upgrade.
Hello, it's Devious Ground here. Today, I'm going to show which heroes have 6 stacks of War Axe. Part 2. Let's try to Rizzle first call, Revenge Strike. We got 6 stacks using Revenge Strike. Let's try a second skill called Execution Strike. We got 6 stacks using Execution Strike. And lastly, his ultimate skill called Penalty Zone. We got 4 stacks using Penalty Zone. Next, let's try Kullet's first skill, Desert Tornado. We got 6 stacks using Desert Tornado. Let's try a second skill, Quicksand Guard. Unfortunately, we got 0 stock. And lastly, his ultimate skill called Raging Sandstorm. We got 5 stacks using Raging Sandstorm. Next, let's try Thim's first skill, Molten Sight. We got 6 stacks using Molten Sight. Let's try a second skill called Chasm Trample. We got 4 stacks using Chasm Trample. And lastly, his ultimate skill called Cauterin Inferno. We got 6 stacks using Cauterin Inferno. Next, let's try Xborg's first skill, Fire Missiles. We got 6 stacks using Fire Missiles. Let's try a second skill called Fire Stake. We got 5 stacks using Fire Stake. And lastly, his ultimate skill called Blast Insanity. We got 6 stacks using Last Insanity. Next, let's try Sun's first skill, Endless Variety. We got 4 stacks using Endless Variety. Let's try Sun's second skill, Swift Exchange. We got 4 stacks using Swift Exchange. Let's try his third skill, Instantaneous Move. We got 4 stacks using Instantaneous Move. And lastly, his ultimate skill called Clone Techniques. Unfortunately, we got 0 stock. Next, let's try Zilong's first skill, Spear Flip. We got 4 stacks using Spear Flip. Let's try a second skill called Spear Strike. We got 5 stacks using Spear Strike. And lastly, his ultimate skill called Supreme Warrior. Unfortunately, after using his ultimate, we got 0 stack. Next, let's try Alucard's first skill, Ground Splitter. We got 4 stacks using Ground Splitter. Next, let's try his second skill, Whirling Smash. We got 4 stacks using Whirling Smash. And lastly, his ultimate skill called Fish and Wave. We got 4 stacks using Fish and Wave. Next, let's try Ballman's first skill, Soul Lock. We got 4 stacks using Soul Lock. Next, let's try his second skill, Cyclone Sweep. We got 6 stacks using Cyclone Sweep. And lastly, his ultimate skill called Lethal Counter. We got 4 stacks using Lethal Counter. Next, let's try Bane's first skill, Crab Claw Cannon. We got 4 stacks using Crab Claw Cannon. Next, let's try his second skill, Ale. Unfortunately, we got 0 stock. And lastly, his ultimate skill called Deadly Catch. We got 6 stacks using Deadly Catch. Next, let's try choose first skill, Jeet Kune Do. We got 6 stacks using Jeet Kune Do. Next, let's try a second skill, Junpo. Unfortunately, we got 0 stock. And lastly, his ultimate skill called the Way of Dragon. We got 6 stacks using the Way of Dragon. Want to win a Starlight card? Follow my YouTube channel. Then like, share, and comment down below which of them do you want to use and why. I will pick the winner of Starlight, so don't miss out. Start participating now.